Hi, my name is Arnie Peterson from Awareness and Health, and I'm a hypnotherapist, an energy healer, and a mindfulness teacher. Today is episode 11, and it's on the main theme of anxiety and stress and how to let that go. And today's episode is basically, it's about a negative mind will never create a positive life, and how to make changes in our brains, how to make changes in our behaviors, and things we can do to let go of old ways of being for more healthier ways that align with our goals, giving us the life that we want. So I want to talk a little bit about our brains. So if we're doing the same thing every day, it's basically the neural pathways in our brains are firing the same way. It's like walking in a field. We're used to walking a certain way every day, and the path is really beaten down, and it's so obvious we can walk on that path without even thinking about it. But if we're living the same way every day, we're repeating the same things, it's a really good chance that our tomorrow is going to be very much like today, and so on and so forth. And so if we keep living life the same, repeating the same things, the same habits, eating the same things, but we're wanting to make change, we're hoping change is going to happen, really we're just hoping, and chances are very unlikely that the only change is going to happen is life's going to get really stagnant, and we're really not going to feel good about the life that we're having. We're not going to feel satisfied. So that's the biggest change we're probably going to get, is a lot of negative things happening, and a lot of negativity builds up. When the water's not flowing and it's held there and it's not having any new flow in it, it builds up with stagnation. And same with our body, same with our mind, same with our emotions, same with our life. So if we want our lives to change, we have to be willing to change. That change can be really scary at times. It can bring up uncomfortable feelings. It can feel really overwhelming and scary. But the thing of it is when we're feeling these feelings of overwhelmment with change, and we're feeling uncomfortable, that actually means that change is really happening, and all we have to do is just get used to the changes and be okay with where we are in the moment. And so that takes us to need to just be there in the moment, step by step, a little bit at a time, going into our body, just feeling in our body, just being present with our breathing, just feeling the inner felt sensations in our body, and telling ourselves, okay, this is important to me, this is the direction I want to go. And then asking our inner self, asking our heart, what's the best direction I can go to make healthy change in my life? Or more particularly, this is the goal I want to achieve. How can I best achieve that goal? What can I do right now that aligns with that goal, that'll take me in that direction? And to start connecting inwardly and asking these questions. And in order to do that well, we need to be really connected to our body and be able to hear the signals our body's giving us. And that requires a lot of self-attention and self-care. And basically, if we're here in life and we want to get up here, we want to make some big changes, then really we need to up-level our self-care in order to get there. That's really the foundation. And if we're not taking care of ourselves well enough, we're just going to feel too much difficulty, and we're just going to give up, and we're just going to go right back down to here where it's comfortable. And it's funny how even if down here is miserable, if it's a misery place right here, but we're used to it, and it's too scary to go up here, being uncomfortable and feeling miserable, that's better than going into this unknown scary place in our subconscious mind, because we have these programs inside of us in our subconscious that taking too big of a steps feels very scary at times, and we just need to know how to navigate them and to step out of our little comfort zone into a bigger comfort zone and start stretching that. Because the more we stretch our comfort zone, the more that we can actually have options and make new habits, and that is stepping on a brand new path. So that old path that we've been stepping on, that old path that we've been stepping on, that we're so used to habitually stepping on, we don't even have to think about it. Every day we get up, we do the same things every day. And throughout the day, we look at things, we judge things the same way, very similar way. We have the same experience and go to bed at night, very similar things each week. We're just repeating, stepping, walking on the same path. But we need to step off that path onto a new one. And really what happens is we're growing a brand new neural network in our brains that'll support new subconscious behaviors. But we need to step into that consciously and do that. And that'll bring up uncomfortable feelings and sensations. And so we need to be able to be disciplined and move through those feelings and emotions, and to be able to support ourselves, our inner self-talk, our inner motivation to keep going and trust that where I'm going is the right direction. Because if we don't know if it's the right direction, we give up really easily. So that's why it's so important to check inward and check with our inner self, check with our heart. But we have to have that level of self-care, of checking in, of taking the time to sit with our body feelings and sensations, and start coming back into the moment to be present. And when we're present, those subconscious old ways of being can't pull us off into old habitual behaviors that'll just keep giving us the old past that we don't want anymore, that we want to change. And so change just requires going into the body, being willing to accept here and now, feeling the moment, and being open to listen for guidance, and being willing to step in the direction towards our goals. And when we're present, we can then move through, accept, allow what we're feeling, and flow will happen. Change will be able to come into our life because there's room, because we're allowing and we're accepting. And change can be really, really hard. And so I'm wondering, what kind of changes have you wanted to make in life? What kind of things have you done that are supporting change? Have you tried lots of things? And the things that you've tried, what things have worked and what things aren't working? And are there any goals you're wanting to achieve now that you just can't seem to figure out how to achieve them because just challenges just keep coming up in how you feel? I'd love to hear about that kind of stuff. And as far as this goes, it's really helpful if we have a way, a model that we can follow. If we have other people that have been there, that have helped us through this kind of process, to know that this is the right direction. This is how we make this kind of change. And my Freedom Through Mindfulness Workshop, which I've mentioned the last little bit, that I'm doing a new one this coming November 17th, Sunday. And it is all about understanding how the subconscious mind pulls us back, and how we can make changes to these old limiting behaviors and open up to support our change that we want, and to be able to feel comfortable moving into change and to process these emotions that come up. And so this program, I think you'll really, really like it, and if you like these videos. So the information's down below in the description. You could go to my website and check it out. And for now, that next episode, it's on allowing and accepting life. Allowing what happens in life, accepting what happens in life, that actually lets go of resistance and allows anxiety and stressful emotions and things like that to let go. And allowing life as it is, even though a part of us might think, if I allow life, what's happening, then I'll end up being stuck with all these things I don't want. But it's completely the opposite. If we allow and accept life as it is, we're in a better place to navigate through life and to flow with life, and life will start flowing with us, and that will let go of blocks and limits and lack of energy and start supporting enthusiasm and the direction that we want to achieve our goals. So I hope you enjoyed this episode today, and I invite you to my website to have a look at the Freedom Through Mindfulness website. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have a job, or in life, some particular life goals, or some areas of working on personal growth, spiritual growth, things like that, this workshop is an absolute perfect fit for you. So check it out if you'd like. My name is Arnie Peterson from Awareness and Health, and I hope you have a wonderful day.